So, what's the real secret sauce that separates a good product from a truly great one? Well, a lot of the time, it's not just about having a brilliant idea. It's about really, truly understanding the numbers that make it tick. So, let's dive right into the world of product metrics and figure out how to turn all that data into killer decisions. You know, trying to build a product based on just a gut feeling, it's kind of like trying to navigate a maze in the dark. Yeah, you might get lucky, but chances are you're just going to hit a wall. Analytics, that's what turns the lights on. It shows you what's working, what's not, and most importantly, why. And this really shows the difference. The old way was all about intuition, right? I think users would love this. But the modern way is data informed. It doesn't mean you throw your intuition out the window, not at all. It just means you back it up. So instead of just feeling like performance is fine, we can actually see that, hey, 40% of our users are dealing with slow load times and they're leaving because of it. And that's the huge difference between guessing and actually knowing. Okay, so you're on board. But with literally thousands of things you could track, it's so easy to just drown in a sea of data. The key is to find that one single guiding principle that keeps everyone on your team focused on what actually matters. And that leads us straight to one of the most powerful ideas in product management, the North Star metric. Just think of it like a compass for your product. No matter what, it's always pointing toward true north, toward real value. Now, here's the crucial part to get. Your North Star isn't about your business, like revenue. It's all about your customer. It's a metric that measures the exact moment your user successfully gets what they came for. And when that number goes up, it's a huge leading indicator that long-term success, things like revenue and retention, they're going to follow. And just look at how simple and beautiful these examples are. For Spotify, it's not songs played, it's hours streamed. That's a measure of deep, real engagement. For Airbnb, it's nights booked. For Slack, it's messages sent, which proves teams are actually collaborating. Each and every one of them perfectly captures the core promise of the product. So once you have your destination, your North Star, you need a map to figure out how users are going to get there. And that's exactly where the AARRR framework comes in. It's this awesome way to break down the entire user journey into 5 clear, measurable stages. These 5 stages are famously known as pirate metrics. Yep, because it sounds like a pirate yelling RRR. It gives you a complete top-to-bottom look at the health of your product, from the very first time someone hears about you, all the way to the moment they become a happy, paying customer. First up, you've got acquisition. This is all about your channels. How are people finding you? Is it through a Google search, a paid ad, maybe word of mouth? This stage helps you figure out what's driving your traffic, and even more importantly, which channels are bringing in the best kind of users. Next is activation. And honestly, this one is absolutely critical. This is not just about a sign-up. This is the moment a user first experiences the core value of your product. It's that aha moment where they suddenly get it, and they think, oh, wow, this is cool. That aha moment is great, but do they stick around? Retention is the ultimate test. It's the proof that you're delivering real, long-term value. If people keep coming back day after day, week after week, you've built something that solves a real problem for them. When you've got happy users, they basically become your best marketing team. The referral stage measures exactly that, the word-of-mouth effect. Are your users so thrilled with your product that they're actively telling their friends to sign up? Because that's how you build a powerful organic growth engine. And finally, we get to revenue. This is where all that user value translates directly into business value. Are people on the free plan upgrading? What's the lifetime value of a customer? This is the stage that connects all your hard work on the product directly to the bottom line. Okay, so we've looked at the whole journey, but where do things usually go wrong? Well, in a typical product funnel, the single biggest leak, the biggest drop-off, happens right at the beginning. It's staggering, but often more than 55% of users who sign up never actually experience the core value. They never get to that aha moment. And this is exactly why defining that activation event is so incredibly important. The classic example is early Facebook. They figured out that users who made 7 friends in their first 10 days were way more likely to stick around. For an e-commerce site, it's that first purchase. So after a user signs up, your #1 job is to get them to this moment as fast as humanly possible. All right, but let's pause for a quick word of warning. because not all metrics are created equal. And it is so easy to fall for the trap of vanity metrics. These are the numbers that look amazing on a chart, but don't actually help you make a single good decision. This lays it out perfectly. Total app downloads? That's a classic vanity metric. It feels awesome to say you have 1 million downloads, but it tells you nothing about whether people are actually using your app. An actionable metric, like the percentage of users who finish onboarding, tells you exactly where you need to improve the product. And here's a perfect real-world example. Duolingo realized that when they were focused on daily active users, it just led them to send more and more annoying notifications to get people to open the app. So they switched. They started focusing on daily active learners, people who actually completed a lesson. And that one change forced the team to build a product that delivered real value, not just empty clicks. And all of this brings us to what might be the most important point of this entire explainer. Look, collecting data is easy. Building fancy dashboards, that's easy too. The hard part, the part that really, truly matters, is turning all those numbers into action. So when you boil it all down, analytics really serve 4 key purposes. They let you measure progress toward your goals, they drive accountability on your team, they help you prioritize what to build next, and, my favorite, they help you learn and discover things you never expected about your users. So, look, if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. A metric is totally useless unless it changes how you act. The goal is not to create beautiful reports. The goal is to use the numbers in those reports to build a better product for your customers. Period. And that leaves us with one final question for you to really think about, whether it's for a product you're building right now or even just one you use every single day. What is that single North Star metric? What is the one number that, above all else, proves that users are getting real, honest-to-goodness value? Find that, and you've found your path to success.